Welcome to the Felt Dyslexic Radically Radiant podcast. I'm Elizabeth Buckridge,
And I'm Donita Coburn-Amadeo.
and this is Series 1, Episode 6. I have a question for you.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. This is about dyslexia. How do meditation and mindfulness need to be adapted for dyslexic minds?
I think I should get these questions ahead of time. Maybe I should read them ahead of time. How does it have to be adapted? Um, I don't know. How does it need to be adapted? I mean, it's made for it.
Right.
It's made for it.
Right. So I said, I'll just have to say
Okay.
um, that I need more often, like more times a day, small meditations each day, like 10 minutes a day. Like that's how I need it like adapted for my lifestyle, like
Okay.
10 minutes. Anytime I'm feeling like a stop, like if I'm trying to do something and then all of a sudden like I just get like stuck, I
Yeah.
just need to sit down and meditate.
Right. You have to remember
That's
that it's within your reach.
yeah, like that's how I adapt meditation for my lifestyle.
Right. I immediately went to, as a meditation teacher, what do I have to do to reach people that have dyslexia? And I'm like, I
It's for everyone.
it's for everyone. I feel like I'm already doing that, but okay, that makes sense. And one of my goals is to do 20 at least 20-minute meditation periods. And so, well, okay, so I have a couple things to say. So 20 minutes is where I find my sweet spot. And usually when I hit 20 minutes, I want to go longer. And I only know that because of the way my timer goes. And then the other thing is I really don't believe that you should meditate more than an hour a day in total, because my teacher actually does not believe that either, because then what happens is you start to bypass. So when I was in meditation school to become a meditation teacher, I was like, oh, this is the best escape ever. I could do this meditation thing all the time and just kind of like not worry about anything. But that's called bypassing. And so I really had to work to make sure that I don't meditate more than an hour a day. And but this idea of shorter, more frequent to regulate your nervous system is actually really a good idea. And I'm really kind of an all or nothing girl. Like I really set like these things and I get very super disciplined about them. And then I forget there's a whole spectrum of other ways. So this actually helps me quite a bit to think about
Hmm.
that, because I like doing little short meditations when I need to calm my nervous system. I usually will go to the breath as my quickie, but I could do that with, yeah, sure. That's great. Great idea.
I wonder because the guy who wrote *Sapiens*, I don't know if you read that, but
I didn't.
no, what is it? Noah Yuval Harari. What's his name? I think that's it. Anyway, I have it
Yeah.
somewhere
I've
over
heard
here.
of it.
Anyway, he said that he meditated like a few hours every day, and he couldn't have written that book without meditating
Wow.
that much.
Wow. Well, he was on a mission though. Like that is a little bit different. Like if you're a monk, yes, please, you should meditate
I don't
more
think
than an
he was
hour
a
a day.
monk.
But I mean, like
I don't
he
know
was
what he
writing a
is.
book that had to
Oh,
do with,
right.
he was using it as a tool for something he wanted to accomplish. I think it's really just so you don't bypass your life and just
Right.
go into a using meditation as a bypass.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I did that silent meditation back in January and I did 48 hours and no phone, no computer,
Beautiful.
no reading, no writing, no stuff. It was stare at a wall, sleep, eat. I separated some bleeding tissue paper,
Yeah.
but even that felt like too much stimulation.
Yeah.
And when I got to 48 hours, I wanted another 48 hours. I felt like I had just started.
Yeah. 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 And that is a special circumstance where it's a reset, right? That's a completely different, not every day. You're not going to hole up in silence
wish.
for 48 hours every day. But it's great to do those resets.
Oh,
it's great to do those
it
resets.
Totally reset. It totally worked.
I love that. Yeah, I will get there someday. I've done a half a day of silence intentionally, but that's the most I've ever done. I know I could do it because I spend so much time by myself in silence and I crave silence. I just have never created a situation where I have 48 hours of intended silence.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
It was worth it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. Okay.
Okay.
Question about meditation. What role does safety play in meditation and how do we cultivate it? And I just wanted to answer this first because I wanted to say, I feel like you answered this before about feeling safe. What does safety play in meditation? I feel like you answered this in a previous episode when it was like the third step of a 3-step program, right? Am I right?
I think it was it's the first maybe and the third, depending on how you look at it.
Okay. Because I was like, sit down. You were like, sit down. Like, you were like, yeah, feel grounded.
First, right. Land on support, feel supported, feel safe, so that then you can find your breath and then you sustain it. Right. But you have to feel safe to sustain it. I have so much to say about this.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Yeah. Well, that's all I had to say. So I want to hear about like, say more.
So say the question again.
So it's what role does safety play in meditation and how do we cultivate it?
So the first thing that comes to my mind is that we don't know, and by we I mean if I'm teaching meditation, I don't know who's experienced trauma. And pretty much everybody has experienced trauma. It's just how much that trauma is still present in that person. And so creating safety by giving cues that don't force someone out too quickly, like closing your eyes, can be incredibly triggering. People who have experienced extreme trauma a lot of times don't want to close their eyes. So offering other cues like soft eyes or cast your eyes down or find a drizzy, a place on the floor or something to look at, a candle. All of that is meant to create safety for someone who, because going within for someone that doesn't feel safe is a really hard thing to do. Like, what's in there? Well, your thoughts, your feelings, all your stuff is in there. And if you don't have good coping mechanisms when you're in that place, it can trigger a trauma. So much of what I have trained around is how to deal with trauma. So it's just a part of how I teach, is really creating that safety first.
I feel like meditation is very healing for trauma.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Guided, maybe. Guided meditation?
A lot of different types of meditation can be healing for trauma. It's just making sure that a person knows that they can choose. So at any point, you can open your eyes. At any point, you can leave the room. I mean, that's not going to be meditating, but, just offering those safety cues to someone can allow them to settle down and relax and feel safe within meditation. And a lot of times people are seeking meditation because they've had trauma. Yeah. So, I mean, that is so much just a part of any kind of healing modality or meditation, yoga, dance. Yeah.
I learned on Daily Calm that candle gazing is called Trataka.
Yes, it definitely is. And I've heard it pronounced a different way. And
oh, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. What did you hear? I don't know. I'm definitely probably saying it wrong.
No, I think that's definitely phonetically how it's spelled. And that is definitely a type of meditation.
Trataka.
Trataka. Like I want to say Tritaka or
Tritaka.
I don't know. I don't know.
I love that whole candle gazing thing and fireside, like being my favorite place to be. I decorated my whole downstairs around this vibe is a campfire with like at just like an hour or two after sunset and then being around like maybe 10 people at the most.
That's beautiful. That's a lot of people, I think.
Yeah.
10 people.
Yeah, maybe 8, maybe 5.
12. I mean, there's no judgment.
Less than 20.
That's cool.
Then everybody gets to have a chance to talk and stuff,
Yeah,
that
so
fireside.
right.
But I always like gaze at the fire and I'm like,
I love
in my own
that.
mind.
I think you are saying it right. I got to look
Oh
that
my
up in my
God. Candle
meditation
gazing.
book
We
now.
should like have a candle.
Yeah,
Maybe we need to add that for next time.
that would be fun.
Okay. I have a question for you about art. How does dyslexia shape the way that you experience creativity and artistic expression?
I don't know how to separate it.
All right. So,
It's back to that same thing. I don't know how to separate it.
right.
Like,
And
I
so
don't know what I don't know about. I don't know how to not be dyslexic, so I don't know.
oh my
Like,
God, you
you
are
know what
not
I
going to
mean?
believe what I said.
What?
I said, I'm unsure because I don't know what it's like to not to be something else.
Right.
I would say I'm comfortable with trying new things, but I don't know what it's like to not be dyslexic.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And do people who aren't dyslexic, are they afraid to try new things? Like, I don't know.
Right. I think so.
Really?
Maybe.
Do you think it's because we just have had to adapt so much that we
Yeah.
just, yeah. I definitely will just be like, I'm doing this right now. And people will be like, oh, do you want to think about it? I'm like, no, I don't want to think about it. Actually, I want to just leap. I'll let you know how it goes. Is that a dyslexic thing?
Same. I have that same thing.
And I don't always do this. Sometimes I just procrastinate. But when I decide, man, bam, I just do it.
I think that sometimes I get overwhelmed with fear, but then if I feel the fear, I know that's exactly the direction I need to go.
You're so brave. You really are. You've said this to me before. I love that.
Oh.
I'm getting so much better at that. And maybe I'm even good at it and I just haven't like.
I think you are.
Yeah. Maybe.
Really good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Do the next scary thing, guys.
So important, right?
But I think that it's so funny the way that question, I was like, I don't know. You're like, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, how would we know?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe in the next life.
Silly question.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I like these bigly questions though. They're just as fun.
Yeah. We have no answers.
Oh my God.
The only question.
Zero. Yeah.
Okay, question for you about entrepreneurship. What does leadership look like when it's rooted in relationship rather than hierarchy?
Oh my God. All of my leadership has been rooted in relationship. Like I can't, I, first of all, I really don't like hierarchy. I love collaboration. I love partnering. I love all of the like mixing it up with someone. Even when I was the boss, which I've been the boss a lot of times in my life. I mean, because I'm kind of a boss.
Boss lady.
But I never was like over, there were certain things I wanted and certain ways I wanted things to happen, but I just want, like, I wanted to always have these creative meetings where it was just like, everybody throw your ideas in, the best idea wins, 5 ideas better than 1 idea. I think part of that too is a female thing. Like, I think this idea of hierarchy, I'll never forget, I heard something, one of the schools that I worked at, that somebody had been, what's the word? It means like when you're not adhering to the hierarchy, insubordinate. And I was like, is that a thing? Insubordinate? Like, how is one human being having to be subordinate or insubordinate to another? I don't like that.
Well, that's the military is that way, but it's for a reason.
Yeah, I bet everybody would say that though. Yeah, I mean, you're right. We want to be kept safe in our lives. Yeah, I don't like insubordination. I don't like that.
Yeah, you shouldn't go into the military.
No, I should. Oh, they don't want me. They don't want me, and I don't want them. I'm glad they do their job. I'm over here doing mine, but we're not. Yeah, no, we're not gonna. No.
Well, the way I answered this was I feel as though business is a team. It's like a team.
Yeah.
It's like a sports ball team.
Yeah.
But everyone has a role and everyone can be replaced.
That is true.
Everyone. And so the perks, and this is a little bit not answering the question, but I kind of went off, that the perks come with the job, not the person. And I think that the hierarchy people, the people that they just want to keep the perks, not necessarily, so they're into being in charge and being on top because of all the good perks that come with that job.
Oh.
And they don't want to be replaced because they want the perks. The perks don't follow the person, it follows the job.
Well, right. That's so true.
And so
I don't think that way.
I don't think that way either.
Yeah.
I think that we're a team. And then when you were saying like throw the ideas in the hat, I have a workshop about converge and diverge. And so converging is you like throw, like all the post notes I have everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a engineering, like a design thinking.
Yep.
And so my friend who used to work at IBM taught me about this, the converge diverge. And so you throw a bunch of ideas on post-it note, one word per post-it note, and then you come up with a like a topic and everything that goes under that topic. So then you diverge and you put everything under that topic. And then you converge and you come up with a whole bunch of different things about that topic again. So it's like separate, put together, separate, put together.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
It's a super fun way to name a dog or, whatever. It
Right.
could be anything.
Right.
And
I love that.
so it's the whole relationship with a business. I feel like it's a team and we're all on the same team and everybody can be replaced. And some people can have a good idea and we might go with that good idea. We might go with this other idea. It has nothing to do with the hierarchy of who has the most power or anything like that. Right. It's just that some people have a job to do. So you do that job and do it well.
Yeah.
Do it the best.
Yeah. Do it the best.
Do it the best.
Yeah. I could talk about this for a long time.
I am.
This particular question is really interesting to me because one of the things that I've realized throughout my life and over time and just recently again is that I cannot be in a job that isn't also about my life. So everything that I do professionally is also part of what I care about personally. I can't do a job professionally that I don't care about personally. So when I'm working with people who don't care personally about what it is, it's always a mission, then that would not be a good team for me, right? But I look for teams where everybody is part of the mission and everybody understands that they're spreading it.
Right.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
I've never understood what people mean by it's just business.
No.
I'm like, I don't even understand what that means. Like in my mind, in my heart.
I can get away with shit.
I feel like that's right.
That means like I'm not, it's not personal here, but for me, everything's personal.
Everything's personal to me too.
Yeah. And that makes me very aligned. Do you know what I mean? Like
I do.
I am not going to do something that doesn't align with my personal value system. And
right.
I don't care if it's work, business.
Yeah.
How is that different?
I agree.
Yeah. And I think if we all, I just wrote this to somebody today, if everybody was operating with that philosophy, can you imagine what kind of a world we'd be living in? If everybody showed up giving their all and for a particular mission, it would just be a different world.
And taking it personally.
Right. Right.
It personally, how I treat you personally affects me. And how you treat me, I take it personally.
Right.
I had somebody explain it to me before. And I think again, it was like maybe like a military thing or something like that. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know about that. I feel like there's a lot of, I don't know, separating out humanity from whatever mission you're on.
Yeah.
But there's so many different cultures that I don't understand too. Like
true.
There's so much going on in the world that I don't know about.
Right.
So I gotta I zoom out, but then I zoom back in and I just need to stay in my lane.
Really? I want to get in other lanes. I want to affect all the other lanes with all this love and peace and caring and missioning.
Yeah.
I do, because if we all were doing something for the good, not that we're going to have all the same mission, right? We're not going to all have, but if you're working towards something that you're aligned with because you care about it, it's going to, it just is going to change things to be more authentic. It's, it's this not knowing what people are doing thing, like pretending that you're vacationing when I'm, you know what, I was just going to go down a really bad
No,
hole.
I agree. I just also need to keep myself in check that there's a lot going on in the world that I'm naive about. And so I want to stay in my lane of my mission.
Oh,
And
yes, I understand what you're
you know
saying.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I want to spread, here's how we're going to regulate the nervous system today together with, you know, my mission is reach 40,000 people
Yes.
on Patreon. And, you know, that's my mission. And I won't stop until I have 40,000 members and we're regulating our nervous system 5 days a week together.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
my mission. And I, you know,
that's a ripple effect though.
mm-hmm.
So
I hope so.
This and that are true.
Yeah.
I think that both of these things are true. And I see your point, and it's not that I disagree with you. I thought I did, but it's not that I disagree with you. It's just, how can we, if we are staying aligned to what our missions are, and we are doing the work that is personal to us, we cannot help but affect other people with that ripple.
Yeah.
Okay, now I forgot what the question was.
Oh my God. What is, leadership. So for me, in my business, I mean, I really hope to have 10 people working for me at some point.
Yeah.
And, or not necessarily working for me, but working on this mission.
Yeah.
Right. And have a team. And I have all my back end operations listed. You know, I'm going to need certain things because as a dyslexic person, I'm good at my imagination of what I want the whole big picture to look like and what we're doing here and what our intention is, what this intention is. I'm not so great at like making sure all the numbers are there and like all the little details. So I love working with coaches.
Yes.
Like my coach, Amber Berry, I love working with her on the computer stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever want to attempt the computer back-end stuff without her, you know, and I think I have like 6 coaches right now. And then I want to have other coaches that about like the money part and then like the legal part and then the customer service part. Right. Like I just want to work with all kinds of coaches, but I see the team as like coaches where we're all like coaching each other together.
Yes.
On the same mission. Like I don't, this hierarchy thing. I'm like, who no one's going to tell me when to eat and when to go to the bathroom. No. And I'm not going to tell anyone else when to eat, when to go to the bathroom. I'm like, you do your thing and get it done.
Leadership though, because when you do that, that's demeaning people. Yeah.
Oh God. I think that is a thing. Like, I think that a lot of people are like, have like their bathroom break and their.
Oh, I've never heard of this, but I
think that like at the big box stores and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They have like their breaks, you know, and like the supermarkets and stuff.
Yeah, I could never do that.
I couldn't do it.
No. Yeah.
So,
wow. Okay. Well,
thank you guys for anybody that works like in the supermarket. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Because that is some hard work.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
This is where I want to stay in my lane. I need to stay in my lane. Going in that other lane will not be good for me.
Right.
Okay, that was a good question.
Yeah.
I want to talk more about that another time.
Yeah, we will. We'll do it. I guess that wraps it up though for this time. Yeah. Well, we'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us.
All right.
Yay.
See you soon.